Miami Heat got beat by the Denver Nuggets in game one, and obviously their superstar Jimmy Butler has to play better than he did. Only 13 points, and the question is Jimmy Butler wearing down? TD, go.
No doubt he's wearing down. Or I can even go further. He's worn down. I was looking up at the stats. Him and Jamal Murray have the same amount of points this postseason. They're each averaging 27, but it's a very different 27. If you look at the first half of Butler's playoff stuff, he went nuts to beat Giannis and the Bucks. He went like 35, 42. He went out of control. He had one or two good games, big games against the Knicks, but these last 8, 7 games of he has really fallen off. And I think the only way the Heat is up. How did the Heat win all these other series? They got two things every series. They got playoff Jimmy buckets, huge games from Jimmy, not just these 18 points, 21 points. They got huge games from Jimmy, and they got unconscious 3-point shooting from the Three Musketeers. They need all of that to happen every single game if they want to win. And I think Jimmy Butler has just proven this postseason he is not that tier one kind of guy.
I disagree with you there. The problem, I mean, I'll give you he's a step below Giannis and Jokic,
Stop,
those
13
type of
points,
players.
13 points in a game one of a finals.
Let me
Stop,
explain.
that is unacceptable.
Diddy, we just had this argument. We just had this argument. What you fail to realize, Jimmy Butler doesn't have another star around him.
I agree.
Carrying this team by himself. He had to play 2 playoff games. He had to beat the Milwaukee Bucks on his back. And that big game when Giannis came back, he had 56 points. He had to beat the Knicks. He had to beat the Celtics.
Oh, I agree. He's
any player in his position. When you think about, and I looked back at all the numbers too, and he played great defense as well. He's definitely worn down. He's definitely worn down. But
it took a lot of them off those series that I don't think they expected to get this far. He goes, It's playoff time. Here comes playoff Jimmy, and he emptied the tank.
Yep.
And now all of a sudden he's got this extra 3 miles he has to run. And I don't think emotionally or mentally either he was ready for it.
And you have to remember with Jimmy Buckets, his game, he's 33 years old. He missed a game against the Knicks because of his ankle. And his game is physically going to the hoop, getting fouled, knocking down free throws. And he plays defense. It's a draining game Jimmy Butler plays. You can't compare him to Murray because Murray, who has been so clutch this postseason, so good, but they're such a better team, and they played less games. So to me, it's unfair. I don't think Murray could do what Butler has done this postseason. I think if you switch positions, they probably lose against the Bucks. I think Butler's toughness, leadership, he's had a great playoffs, and it's only natural you're gonna wear down a little bit.
You're right. But if you're the Nuggets, you're not trading Murray for Butler.
No, plus you got
different roles. It's different roles. Butler plays the lead. Murray plays.
And Murray has a smoother game that plays better off of Jokic, but it's also,
I agree.
They've been together so many years. But Murray's not Butler in terms of toughness and leadership. Murray's not.
Zav, Murray is good.
He's amazing. And but you forget also,
Zav, guess why? Jokic has been this incredible guy, MVPs, everything. You know why he hasn't been on the radar?
But Murray's been out. Murray's been injured the last year and a half.
That is what a big deal. Help in general. And Zav, Zav, to your point, I do agree. Butler doesn't have anyone, and help is so important in the NBA. It's true. Jordan lost without everyone. No one can win without anyone. But Zav, what I will say to that is, who else had no help and would never drop a 13-pointer was Jalen Brunson. He was on his own. That's just my point about Butler. I agree. I'm not knocking him for it, but because he has no help, you cannot have a 13 point. And like you said, his game is getting to the free throw line, ticky tack fouls. He didn't
Yeah, but
even do
TD,
that yesterday.
Brunson doesn't play the defense Jimmy Butler does. Brunson does not play the defense Jimmy Butler does.
Stop it. Sounds like you're making an excuse for Butler, and I
I'm
think
not. I'm just being realistic. I'm being realistic. What he has done this entire playoffs is very unique. We're talking only a couple guys could have done what he's done with this Heat team. And he's 33 and he plays a physical game. It's natural he's going to wear down a little bit.
but
It's
a
natural.
little too much, though. I mean,
He had a
too
bad
much.
game. Game one
Zub,
was
they
terrible.
need Zub.
I
They
agree,
need
but
him. They
I agree,
need
but
him.
they're not better than the Nuggets. Neither of us think they're going to win. They've had a run just to get here. What's going on with Kevin Love's back? He's not even playing. He would be huge in this series.
Oh, Zub, he's gonna play. He's playing tomorrow.
And I got to give Kyle Barrett a shout out. He's the one who brought that up to me about Kevin Love playing. So I think you have to appreciate what Butler has done this postseason and just acknowledge. We both think that the Nuggets are going to win. We would be arguing if we thought the Heat were better, they were going to win. Oh, Butler's got to
Oh
step.
no, Zub, it's an overmatch.
Exactly. That's
Zub,
what we
when
both think.
Aaron, so just Aaron Gordon, just backing down Vincent, Jokic just knocking Cody Zeller on the ground. It is, it is. This is a total finals mismatch, and you need those. I mean, Zub, Butler got help too from the Three Musketeers.
100%. But
And
they're
no, I'm with you on that. You need no one can do it on their own. And
Yep.
Zop, that's why the Bucks have died off because Giannis doesn't have Middleton anymore.
Yep, I agree.
And look how they've done. And I mentioned this beforehand. The league right now, because the Bucks just are not being proactive and they're just sitting on their laurels and they're not replacing Middleton. The Nuggets have a huge chance to start a dynasty.
You're jumping ahead, TD. You're jumping ahead. Let's just stick with this series first.
All right, but Zav, it's on record. I see a dynasty in the brewing.
All right. Let's see Murray be healthy for we're jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead. So I think we both agree Butler is wearing down. To me it's 100% explainable. I think you're a little harsher on Butler than I am.
I'm not being harsh. He can't. It's just he's so needed. He can't afford to do this stuff like Brunson. Brunson is my perfect example. Brunson knows how important he is to the Knicks. They know how much they need him. He would never, ever put up a 13-point game.
He doesn't play the defense and hasn't had as long a playoff run as Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Buckets has been going since
you saw how
Brunson
Brunson was so tired. He played the whole game.
Who's
played the full game.
Who's better? Who's better, Jimmy Buckets or Jalen Brunson?
That's a tough one.
It's slightly Butler. He's done more than
because of what Butler is showing us now, that he's just fading, disappearing, and not even doing his go-to, going to the line. And he talks a big Zop. He talks a lot, and his talking is getting annoying. I think he's do it on the court. Do it on the court.
He had a good game 7 against the Celtics. He had a good game to finish the Celtics off. Yeah, he had a bad game.
I'm knocking him for this game 1, but
I'm knocking him too. But it's natural.
You got to fight nature and realize they need.
We've already had this debate.
I'm going to the free throw line.
I agree. He needs to go.
Well, you know what? People have figured out his pump fake. I think that's why he's not doing it. The Knicks figured it out halfway through. Then the Celtics figured it out. Robert Williams, whatever, he owned him. And I think he's a little scared of his pump fake.
We'll see. All right. But game 2 tonight. Enjoy it.
All right. See you later.
All right. See ya.